What up, your Timmers here. Now, over the years, we've seen lots of directors pretty much have a breakout, become breakouts. Of course, folks like Bradley Cooper became a breakout director with Stars Born. Uh, Damon Chazelle has been a breakout director before, and 2023 was no exception. Lots of really cool directors making given really good breakout films here. So here are my official top 10 favorite breakout breakthrough movie directors of 2023. All right. Coming in at number 10, I'm going. I'm of course going with Randall Park for Shortcomings. Now, obviously, when you think of Randall Park, you always go back to think of him as Agent Jim in The Office, or other or really good performances in films such as The Interview. Obviously Agent Jim Woo in the MCU. Most recent, he could be seen in Aquaman: Lost Kingdom. But he did a really good job with this little directing film he did. Uh, of course, based on like a comic book, which obviously ran the park no strange when it comes to the comic book genre here. But I think he did a really decent job. He did a good job at directing the actors like Justin H. Min, Sherry Cola, and Shortcoming. I think is a very underrated, underappreciated film that I feel like more folks should give a watch. And I really hope to see Randall Park direct again in the near future. Um, so yeah, if you guys have not really seen Shortcomings, give it a go. It's a really decent love flick. All right, number 9, I'm going with Molly Gordon and Nick Lieberman for the film Dieter Camp. Now, Dieter Camp is. I probably could have also add this in my underrated appreciated film list too, because Dieter Camp was a really decent little film that not many people talked about. But I thought Molly Gordon, who of course is best known for appearing in stuff like The Bear, she was in that R-rated kids-based movie, kids-led film Good Boys. She was like on the show Animal Kingdom. I thought she did a really good job co-directing this with Nick Lauberman. Uh, of course, they both, Molly Gordon also starred in the film. She did a really good job as a lead here too. Yeah, it's a really decent little film, worth checking out. With great cast as well. So really decent flick here. All right, number 8, I'm going with Ray Romano for Somewhere in Queens. Now, obviously, when you think of Ray Romano, you always go back to Everybody Loves Raymond. But this year, he directed a very nice little film called Somewhere in Queens, where he also starred with Laurie Metcalf, which was pretty decent, like an interesting combo there. Now, obviously, Ray Romano has worked with some really good directors before, going away with Martin Scorsese, in The Irishman. I believe he also worked with Mark Duplass, if I'm not mistaken. And so, obviously, he was also great in The Big Sick. Here, he really showcased himself as a director perfectly. Uh, of course, he directed the actors like he directed these actors very well, like Laurie Metcalf, Jacob Ward, who plays his son, Sebastian Maniscalco, and of course, I really did quite like how this movie was. Let's say just you know a love letter to us Italians and all, and it's a really good little flick if you guys haven't seen it. All right. Number 7, I'm going with A.V. Rockwell for 1001. Now, of course, this movie starred Tiana Taylor, who's been in stuff before here and there, but this was really like her breakout role. And A.V. Rockwell, I thought, did a great job directing this. I don't think she's ever directed anything beforehand. So I thought this was a really good breakout directing gig for her. Not many there was not many like actors in this. Like there was mostly Tiana Taylor and the ones who plays her sons, but not really anyone major here. But she did a great job at directing them here. I'm really looking forward to see what A.V. Rockwell could do next. Like I cannot. That's the thing about breakthrough directors. Like it's always interesting what like their next project's going to be, and this was no exception. Like whether it's something maybe mainstream or not. I, I'm interested to see what else A.V. Rockwell could do because she did a really good job with 1001. All right. Number six, I'm going with Michael B. Jordan for Creed 3. Now, yeah, there was some directing. You can definitely tell this was his first time as director. But I thought he did a really decent job here. Of course, Michael B. Jordan really showcased his directing style very well here. And he actually, you could definitely tell he also knows the swirl, which I'm actually all that. Like this wasn't like, let's say, a big like I don't know, Simon Kinberg directing X Men, Dark Phoenix. This wasn't like a major big blockbuster, and I thought still did a really great job here. I'm interested in seeing what Michael B. Jordan could do next. I'm hoping he does direct something that's just not another Creed film. Like I would love to see what else he could do behind the camera that is not just set in the Creed Rocky universe. And here he really showcased that. So there's actually people wanting him to direct the next Black Panther. I like Michael B. Jordan, but he ain't really there yet to direct an MCU film. So yeah. Anyway, all right. Number five, I'm going with Nita Manzoor for Polite Society. Now, I have not really heard of this director before I saw this movie, but she did a great job with Polite Society. She did some really great action. Like, unlike Mike B. Jordan, I don't think he's ready yet to direct like a superhero film or anything. I'll tell you right now, this director here, Nita Manzoor, I wouldn't mind seeing her direct something, a comic book film in the near future. Like her directing style definitely fits in the comic book genre perfectly. The action this is really solid. I kid you not. I think she'll be a perfect choice to direct the upcoming Supergirl movie or something in the DC, maybe something in Marvel or something like that. I would love to see her take a crack at that because she did a great job with directing some of these actions. Um, some of the humor she was perfect too. I'll be down to see her direct a comic book film in the future. Maybe direct something else beforehand. I guess to show that she could do other stuff. But if they announce like next month that the director of Polite Society is directing Supergirl Woman Tomorrow, I wouldn't complain at all. I think she definitely has an act for these type of like female led empowerment action films, and this she did a really good job of. All right. Number four, I'm going with Adele Lim for Joyride. Now she's directed TV shows here and there, but this was actually her first like major feature film, so that's why I'm adding her here. And I would love to see her direct something else in the future. I thought she did a great job with this film. Joyride is just an excellent comedy. With great cast like Ashley Park, Stephanie Sue, and on. Uh, she, like of course directing comedy isn't always that hard here, and I thought Adele Lim did a really good job with directing some of the humor here. Still, that K-pop scene will go down in history as one of the funniest single moments in the film in recent history. And I would love to see what else she could do in the near future. Like whether it's maybe another comedy, whether it's something dramatic, maybe it's a comic book film. I don't know, but it'll be cool to see what else she could do. With something else. All right, number three, I'm going with Celine's song for Past Lives. I thought she did a really good job with this film. I mean, I didn't love Past Lives as most people did. Like lots of people have Past Lives on their like top 10 list. They even say it should get Best Picture nomination. I don't think it's that good to be honest, yeah. But I still thought it was a really decent little fluck here. And Celine's song, I wouldn't mind to see her on what else she could do. Like, she's already signed on to direct a new H.Y.4 film that's Jeremy Allen White and Jodie Comer set she's starring. We'll see if it actually comes to fruition. But with this, I thought she did a really great job. I mean, H.Y.4 is always great when it comes to getting new time directors, and Celine's song is no exception. She did a really great job with this film, directing the cast like Greta Lee, John Marrero, and it's a really decent flick we're checking out. Number two, I'm going with Cord Jefferson for American Fiction. Now, I believe he's actually worked on like TV before, but just like Adele Lim, this was his like first ever feature, and I thought he did a really good job with this one. He directed Jeffrey Wright perfectly. He directed the other cast. The movie definitely has some fun humor to it, and it's a really like the script is very well put together. It's really It has lots of heart to it. Very it gets very intense at times too, and it's a really well done, put together film. And I'm really interested to see what Cord Jefferson will do in the near future. So, and my number one favorite breakthrough movie directors of the year is Danny and Micah Falubu for Talk to Me. As a fellow YouTuber, I gotta add these people on my number one list. These guys just came from like becoming just these YouTubers and decided to direct like their first ever feature film here. It's not. I mean, that's that definitely gives people like me hope. And I think they did a really good job with this film. I mean, they are even going from this to Street Fighter. That's something interesting there. And I don't know if like they're gonna be doing Street Fighter before or after the Talk to Me sequel. But hey, whatever it is, I cannot wait to see what else they could do next. Yeah, I mean, this is definitely one of the best horror movies of last year, of 2023 as well. With great performances here too. I mean, we've seen directors that really have a breakout with horror before. Fede Aris broke out with horror. There's been some other breakthrough horror directors, but I thought this was a really decent breakthrough film for them. And after this, I cannot wait to see what else they could do. Like whether it's like the upcoming Street Fighter, whether it's sequels to Talk to Me. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting what like else these guys could do. And makes me interested to see other like YouTubers turn directors. Like we already know that Chris Zuckman has a film coming. There's some other YouTubers that's getting. I think Mark Pillar, I think his name is. He has a directing film. I don't think they're going to be as good as Talk to Me, but we'll see. Anyway, that's pretty much it there. Here is my quick rundown. 10, Random Park for Shortcoming. 9, Molly Parker and Nick Leberman for Theater Camp. 8, Ray Romano for Somewhere in Queens. 7, A.V. Rockwell for 1001. 6, Michael B. Jordan for Creed 3. 5, Nita Mentor for Polite Society. 4, Adele Lim for Joyride. 3, Celine Song for Past Lives. 2, Cord Jefferson for American Fiction. And number 1 is Danny and Micah Falubu for Talk to Me. Now, there's some other ones I probably could have added too. Let me see some other good ones. Let's see, breakthrough directors. All right, Bill Burr for Old Dads. That's a really good one. Michelle Duta for It Lives Inside. Let's see. Eva Longoria for Flaming Hot. That's a really good one. Kyle Marvin for 80 for Brady. I was going to add Gerard Johnstone for Megan, but he actually directed the film beforehand, so I always thought Megan was his first feature. But yeah, some interesting ones. I mean, see, this is what directors should do. Like, break out with first film here, then go on to something big. Not what, like, I don't know, Simon Kinberg. Not like what Simon Kinberg did when he made his first feature be Dark Phoenix, Yeah. But anyway, let me leave you guys. Who are some of your favorite film directors, like film breakthrough directors of the year? Drop comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for notification. This is Zimmy Zion.